My name is Hannah Sargent and I'm a PhD student here at the Open University working in the field of planetary science. So in my PhD research project, I'm looking at ways to produce water from moon rocks and soil. So we're working with the PROSPER instrument, which will be headed to the moon in approximately 2024, and we're hoping to try and find water, frozen water in the polar regions, but then turning some of the moon rocks and soil into water as well. So I'm looking at the best way to do that, trying to optimise my experiments and hopefully produce water from Apollo samples. We're hosting a competition and we want you to get involved. We want you to design a lunar base that can host 4 crew members permanently on the lunar surface. We need permanent human habitation on the moon to perform all sorts of experiments that we want you to design. Now, if you're going to have a permanent base, we need a lot of water and a lot of power. So we need you to consider that. How are you going to access water and power on the surface of the moon? If you have read or seen The Martian, you'll see how living on a surface far away from Earth requires a lot of innovation. We need you to come up with as many ideas as you can to help support these crew members. Now you can, for example, access frozen water from the polar regions, but that's quite challenging because it's really dark and cold there. Or you can turn rocks and soil into water using all sorts of chemical reactions, but that requires lots of energy. So you need to do a sort of trade-off to decide how is the best way to do this. To start this project, we want you to first look at what else is out there. What ideas are there? What type of moon bases can you find? What do you like? What don't you like? You really need to decide what you want to take forward and what new ideas you want to add to this design. Once you've done that, you then need to start thinking about what skills do you have? What can you bring to the table? A lot of the space industry is all about separating your skills and then coming together to collaborate. So separate your time, separate your ideas and really focus on something so you can be the expert in that particular thing. But always check in and make sure that everything is still going to work together and you have one cohesive design. So you should have all of the resources you need with your teachers, and we really look forward to seeing your submissions and the ideas that you can come up with. And hopefully we shall see you here on finals day where you can present your designs to a team of experts and see a tour of our labs here at the Open University, and we will announce the winners. So in here we've got a sort of mock-up of the PROSPER instrument that we'll be sending to the moon. So inside here we're testing to see if we could produce water from moon rocks themselves. So we've got some Apollo samples inside a furnace that goes to 1,000 degrees Celsius. And then we react it with hydrogen to try to produce water. After that, we try and trap the water in a really, really cold spot, and we use liquid nitrogen to do that. So we're working with extreme temperatures trying to perform our experiments.